Hi, blessings everyone. It's Karina, and I was reflecting on something and feeling like it was important to share with you, especially if you're someone who's a spirit led leader, if you're someone who's a meditation, yoga teacher, service oriented person, a creative, you're led by your spirit. Then this video is for you. If you're someone who really has a big dream in their heart and they feel called to create something of value and benefit to others, then this message is for you. Just take a deep breath in together and allow ourselves to just really land in our bodies. And, I am a spirit-led entrepreneur. I'm an embodied mindfulness coach. I'm a founder of the Embodied Mindfulness School, and I have been in business for myself for about the last 5 years. Though I had a business before that, but I would say I went from being a hobby entrepreneur to like a full-fledged, full-time entrepreneur about 5 years ago. And something that I'm really passionate about is connecting to how we can, as spirit-led leaders, be vibrant and alive and at ease and at peace. Because, putting your own work out in the world is not easy. When we are imagining, oh, wow, what would it feel like to really, create my own business and be spirit-led, and, maybe you want to be a coach, or maybe you want to, have more private clients in your yoga practice and your yoga teaching, or maybe, you're wanting to create your first program or course, maybe, I don't know, what is your dream? And, when we're in the place of really visioning and dreaming about what we want to create, it's amazing. And when we actually get into the business of doing it, when we actually, put shit on the line, when we close all back doors, when we are relying on our soul-led, purpose work to sustain us financially, things get a little bit scary and they get real. And so if you don't know how to navigate the challenges, the spiritual, really, the challenges of, self-doubt, stagnation and lacking motivation kind of go hand in hand for sure. Playing small, these are all things that are going to come up for you as you birth what it is that you're up to creating in the world, as you live more fully into your purpose and are moved from that, and offer that as your work in the world. You're gonna come up against these challenges. And so what do? How do you find that place of surrender when you're doing something that you just care so deeply about? We can get into a place of almost being needy or desperate when we're really wanting something to work, right? You can think about a relationship. If you ever wanted a relationship so bad and you tried really hard to make it work and you got kind of needy and desperate and it backfired on you, right? Have you ever been really insecure in some area of your life and that insecurity drove you to be clingy or fearful and it backfired on you? This can really happen for us as we're putting our work out in the world, our soul-led, our spirit-led work out in the world, or our message out in the world. And it's just essential that we know how to navigate it. So the first question I would ask you is this. I'm going to borrow something from Rumi when he said, do you make regular visits with yourself? Likely you're spirit-led, you're purpose-driven because you had some kind of deep transformational change happen as a result of your own practice. I'm thinking of someone who I love dearly, whose life was changed when she eliminated toxins from her diet and from her home environment. And now her mission is to help other people do the same thing because her life was so changed by it. I know I'm thinking of two people right now, two spirit-led leaders that I love right now who are in that same vein. I so many of the yoga teachers that I know, you are a yoga teacher because your life was changed by yoga. If you're a meditation, teacher, same thing, right? If you're a coach, a transformational coach, a life coach, right? Your life was changed by something, by some work that you're now wanting to share with other people. Funny thing happens when, we start investing our time and our energy into making this our work in the world, our vocation in the world, our calling, we can forget to do that thing that brought us to the path in the first place. So check in with yourself, because I sure as hell know it's happened to me. Have you disconnected from your practice of connection? Do you take generous amounts of time with yourself just to sit and be with your own heart? Because that's where your medicine is. A spirit-led leader is not pulled forth by like trying to copy someone else, or you're moved by something that's deep within you that's pulling you forward. The way that you connect to your own medicine is by making regular visits with yourself. That's why all of the coaches that I train through the Embodied Mindfulness School's apprentice program, the first quarter, the first 3 months is spent deep dive personal transformation before you even learn the strategies, the techniques, the coaching tools. You are working on yourself deeply, because that, I know, is where your medicine is. All of you have medicine. You have to receive it in your own practice by taking time every day to check in with yourself. And I would recommend, just getting quiet, tuning into your own heart, and just sitting with yourself in presence and deep presence. I did that this morning. I do it every morning. I sat this morning for probably an hour, just sitting. And I got information that I really needed in certain parts of my business. And I sit with not the intention to figure anything out, or to, figure out my purpose, or to hear my calling. That's very driven in terms of you're searching for something. We want to take this time to visit with ourselves that is in utter and complete surrender, letting go, getting so okay with yourself that you're going to be okay if this thing doesn't work out. It's a deep level of surrender. Some of us really need to go there. I know I do. I've got to be okay. I have to be, so this is the second piece, commitment. Be committed yet unattached. And that means you are devoted to your message. You're devoted, to your message, to your calling, even if it's not completely clear, because believe me, if you're thinking you're supposed to be clear about what it all looks like, it is an ever-evolving process. You will be frustrated with yourself. You will think that you don't know what you're doing if you attach to that idea of clarity. When I say clarity, I mean, it's we need to be committed to what we are up to creating, and part of being committed is being clear. But it's just the next few steps. I know where I'm headed in what I'm creating, and what the programs that I've created, and the clients and students that I'm serving inside of those programs. I am committed to that work. I am committed to enrolling people into those programs that I know will be served by them. I'm committed to consistently connecting, with my audience via making these videos, or I'm committed to spreading that message. There's things I'm committed to at the same time, and I don't know where, I'm open to where it's going. And, it's changed for me over the years, and it will change for you too as you learn and you grow. Don't be don't doubt on yourself because like you don't know where the whole path leads. Like you don't know the whole path ahead of you. You know, Joseph Campbell said, if you know your path step by step, with every step you make till the very end, you know it's not your path. Because your path you create with every step you take. That's why it's your path. If you're waiting to get clients if you're waiting to have it all figured out before you get clients, you're doing it wrong. Because your medicine is released in the alchemy that happens when you work with your clients. Really important. The coaching process that I use now with my clients that has had a huge transformational impact on the people who receive it was given to me as I worked with my first clients and evolved it, not before. So really let that sink in. If you're waiting to be ready, maybe you're waiting for a readiness that will never happen. Maybe you're hooked into a fantasy that you'll get it all figured out first and then you can do it. Don't do that. Jump in. If you're watching this, you're probably more ready than you think. At the same time, we need to give it our all. At the same time, be unattached. For me, that means really getting that I am okay if it doesn't work out. I am okay. Essentially, my essential okayness is intact. I tap into that essential. This is the place of unshakable confidence. Because if we think we need something to work out before we can feel confident, that's really shaky confidence. Unshakable confidence comes from a connection to our radiant self, to the part of us within that knows. And that you tap into when you make regular visits with yourself, when you meditate, when you sink in, when you listen to your heart. Very important. Second piece. One is making regular visits with yourself. And the second piece of being a really free, connected, joyful, spirit-led leader is to commit but be unattached. Okay? And I'll say the third piece is, I touched on it in number 2. Resist the distraction of self-doubt. I see it in y'all a lot. You doubt on yourself and you put the brakes on. And that can actually really corrode your energy, your agency, your sense of competency, feeling good about yourself. Competencies, that's not true, but you're feeling competency you gain as you get experience. But your sense of feeling good about yourself, that you got what it takes, your belief in yourself. That's what I'm looking for. Your belief in yourself. It's eroded the longer you take to step into action if you're being called. You ignore that calling. I did. I ignored it for really way too long. And it led to me getting into really toxic relationships. It led me to drinking a lot of alcohol to numb. Because it takes a lot of energy to push that calling down. It takes a lot of energy to keep yourself in self-doubt and distracted by that, right? To turn those stories of I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, why would anyone listen to me? What am I doing that's new? Shit, I'm not doing anything new under the sun. And I know in my heart of hearts that there's certain people out there, there's some of you will only hear what they need to hear to move you forward from me. Not from anyone else, not from Danielle Laporte, not from, Gabby Bernstein, not from Tara Brach. These are some people that, I really look up to. And if I were to think for a second that, I shouldn't be putting my message out there because they're out there, it's such bullshit. Stop that already. Just stop it. You are in your procrastination and you're not stepping forward and you're playing small. You are robbing yourself and the world of your medicine. And there's a cost to that. And we have to get clear about the cost or we won't move forward. Sometimes knowing the cost of us not stepping forward, the cost to our energy, to our relationships, to other people, knowing that cost is what motivates us to step out of our own way. And really, Did I feel like doing this video this morning? Not really. I'm getting ready to go to an amazing conference I'm really excited about with my soul sisters. And, like I don't, my calling has me doing this. My comfort has me, I don't know, doing other stuff. I'll tell you, it's not doing this live. It's like doing other stuff. My comfort. Don't be called by your comfort. Be called by your commitment. And resist the distraction of self-doubt. So let's just sum up what I talked about on this video. First of all, this is for you if you're a spirit-led leader and you want to feel like confident, you want to own your worth, and you want to live your purpose. First point we talked about was, do you make regular visits with yourself? And I talked about how a lot of times we don't. A lot of times we don't make regular visits with ourselves anymore because we're like on that hamster wheel of go, 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 go. Oh, good. Thanks for the hearts. It's so good to be with you if you're here on live with me. I can't see you right now for some reason. Hey. And so, 2, go back and watch this from the beginning too, if you're just tuning in now with these summary points. 2, okay. And then 2, commit but unattached. Commit but unattached, and that really has to do with surrender. Being committed to your vision, being clear about your vision, not falling into the trap of thinking, like misunderstanding what clarity means, right? Remember that quote from Joseph Campbell. We're making it up as we go along. Don't think it's anything else and just throw yourself 100% into your next right move. And then be unattached. Know you're okay if it doesn't work out. You're going to be like, get your okayness comes from a deeper place within you. And that's in your connection that you make when you make your visits with yourself. Okay. And then number 3 is resist the distraction of self-doubt. You're always going to be like your mind. When I'm really clicked into my vision and my mission, there's not space for this shit. But when I'm not, I'm human, and you are too, you're going to have those voices of doubt. Who do you think you are? Like, this is the same message everyone else is sharing. Why does the world need to hear it from you? You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You don't have what it takes. All of that is going to come in. And I'm glad this is landing for you. All of this is going to come in when you step into your purpose work. Believe me, the ego wants to keep you comfortable, but you got to choose commitment over comfort. Those are my 3 gems today. Let me know what served you and PM me. Let me know what helped you, what served you today. If you want to book a clarity call with me, I do this, for a living. If you're like struggling with self-doubt, you have a calling in your heart, but you're having trouble like getting clear on what that is or stepping into it, book a freely offered clarity session with me. I'll leave a link in my bio, and I can help you. So, sending you so much love and many, many blessings. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.